Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode 12, Must Love Dogs. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. This episode completely bored me. It bored me to the point that I did fall asleep with some parts of this episode. So I fell asleep with some of the parts of the episode. So I ain't gonna try to go back and try to fill in the parts that I missed. But at the end of the day, it's draining and annoying that these couples act like majority of these couples act like they are so good, but they have all this turmoil, and it's just draining to see, and it's like ridiculous. And I know for a fact majority of these couples will not be together. It won't be together. If anybody couples gonna say they're gonna try to stay together, I would say this show is playing my feel. It's playing with me. It's playing with me because at the end of the day, I don't feel it. And I think a lot of people is trying to play this fantasy where, oh, it's so good, it's so good, it's good. Y'all in this freaking unorthodox situation. Y'all getting married first sight. So ain't no other way since y'all ain't never met a stranger, y'all just get married right away. It's all good and rainbows. Yes, you might have some good times, all that stuff like that. But y'all really, I think y'all not really scratching the surface. I think y'all being surface level with y'all problems and substance issues y'all talk about. Y'all have a talk, and then y'all discuss, you have an argument, and then you come back and like this, everything is good again, and you're happy, you're loving, all that stuff like that, and y'all trying to skate for it, but it's keep coming back, keep coming back. That means something y'all doing is not working. You're not communicating to be heard, to listen to each other. Y'all communicating to succeed. Y'all communicating to respond and not communicating to listen, to understand, and comprehend, and compromising. That's what y'all have doing. And all that stuff. So this review is not going to be a straight to couples thing. It's going to be over the place because I didn't really care about this episode as much. So there's going to be certain points that I pick out and I'm going to discuss, and it's not going to be a long one. So right before I start, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Also share my videos. I appreciate everyone who has been supporting my channel so far. It is starting growing at a steady pace, and I'm loving it. I love the support. I love the conversations you have, and let's continue on, y'all. Sure. All right, what I'm not getting is Ryan and Claire. And then sometimes these people, they don't speak when they feeling things, and then they explode at different times, and they hold things in because they don't want to hurt the person's feelings. It's like the point of y'all trying to get together and work on that 8 weeks to try and see if y'all gonna stay together. Y'all really have to get through all the stuff that y'all need to get through as much as you can. Y'all holding things back. Y'all not speaking your truth. Y'all trying to spare the person's feelings. It's not doing your service. And it's getting me upset that you're doing that. At least Christian Page, at least Chris's douchebag as it is, explaining his stuff and being truthful and just go off of what he's saying, even though he played with Page's feelings, but Page stuck by him and continued accepting this bullcrap that he's giving us. At least they doing the things like he said, I don't want no more. I just want to done. I'm done for us and all that stuff like that. And even though it was premature, he didn't give Paige a chance. Like he checked her out since the beginning. All that stuff, but she stayed, so I can't really pour him. But at the same time, at least he was showing his true self, his true colors. This is what it is, all that stuff. Even though it was crazy, annoying that us to even sit through and hit to this guy to do this to this girl, but she was taking the punishment. So hopefully she stays by herself and work on herself, like she said in this episode. She said that she realized she was more she was more accepting and more to the idea of being married than the person that she's married to. The fact that she was focused on the marriage and not on him, that he was doing all this craziness and she was accepting it because she said, I was so focused on the married and being married, being married. But then I realized I was losing myself in the process and not understanding that this not something that's supposed to be me. I'm not supposed to go have all this turmoil. Yes, you go through some hardships, but the fact that's beginning, so beginning is one after another, and never let up and never got picked back up and never went there. It started downhill from the beginning and then never recovered. So the fact that happened, she realized that she stood too long. She stood by him too long. And she shouldn't have done that. So now she needs to focus on herself, release the energy, release the bad energy he was giving her, release all that stuff, and realize that the decision they're not gonna be together. Well, they're not together now, so it's obviously, and she better not say she want to stay with him either. I'm telling you that now. I would be pissed off. I would have freaking cut my TV off if she said that. If she said that, but no, she said go work on herself. She talked to her brother and sister-in-law, and they discussed, and they said sometimes God was trying to tell you that this is the struggle you had to go through to find the prince at the end, to find the diamond, to find the end goal, to find the field, something that is happy for you at the end of the tunnel. Maybe he showed you, he put you in this situation and be married at first sight to show you who you supposed to be, what can you take and what you cannot accept, and how can you process everything and handle conflict, handle things that someone is not compatible with you with, and learn the stuff that you do not accept. So next person you get with, you know right off the bat what can you handle and what you cannot handle, and what you gonna accept and what you're not gonna accept. And once you have that once you have the hold of who you are and what you go bring to the table and what you not gonna accept, then it would be better off when the person you with, because they gonna respect the person you are and not trying to change the person you are and not trying to debunk or freaking crack the person you are. And that's what it is. So Hope Page takes that in and realize that she gotta love herself and value herself enough that the other person she with will value her. If she don't value her, because at the end of the day, Chris lost all respect for her because she kept accepting. He kept on jabs. He kept on this. He kept on obstacles so she could leave, and she would never leave until he finally said, "You know what? We not being together anymore," and he had to break it up. Because at the end of the day, she wouldn't even break it up. So she quietly said she had to move forward. And then Chris talked to his mom, and the mom said, "Wow." I was like, because she like Paige. She was a sweet girl and stuff. And he said, "We got to get divorced. This is that." And it says, "Unfortunately, maybe this is something that y'all not compatible with." And God, it takes y'all to this point to know that this wasn't working for y'all, and this not your avenue. But at the same time, he mentioned something that he went through the process if he knew that the girl was pregnant. I said you would still mess with the girl while you was going through this process and having unprotected sex. So it was a possibility that you know she was going to get pregnant. So don't even try to miss with that bull crap and try to play with our faces and that you went through the process of getting married if you knew she was pregnant way beforehand. No, you was having unprotected sex, so you know she was going to get pregnant. So stop playing while using this process and you getting married. So you knew what you was doing. So don't miss me with that, Chris. Miss me with that. That was annoying as hell when he said that. The conversation with Eric and Virginia, I'm sorry, but yes, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it way as weeks go by. I'm seeing that Eric likes to control a lot. He loves to control. And yes, Virginia is still got a lot of things to work on with the partying and the drinking and all that stuff like that. She still has something going on. But it doesn't take away the fact that Eric is really controlling. He likes things his way, and he talks down to Virginia like she's a freaking dumb little freaking sixth grader, and she's not freaking 26 or something like that. And he thinks he all perfect. He got it all. And he keeps saying, "Oh, now I know I'm not perfect. I know I got it all." But you present yourself like you got all the skills, you got all the knowledge, that you know everything because you went through this before. You've been hurt through before. People leave you before. People cheated on you before. So you have set this mindset that because this happened to me, I'm not gonna let this happen to me. So I'm gonna control this. I ain't gonna want you to do this. I'm not gonna be satisfied with you doing this. I am like that. I don't like you have guy friends. It's just a lot of stipulations he put on himself as each heartbreak and as the hurdle that he went through in his past relationships. So this married at first sight is like, okay, I can get someone I can marry to. We don't know each other, and I can have what I want. But he wants to compromise, but it seems like things not compromise. And I don't think they two is not really deep diving into stuff that will cause them to really learn each other. Can they have these conversations? They fight, they tiff, the tat, and then they go back act like every soul peaches and cream. No, y'all need to tackle these stuff. What is it? Y'all need to really tackle all the issues. The controlling aspect, communicating, children, lifestyles, all that stuff. Have this conversation. Have this conversation. And Virginia, stick in it. Stick what you in. Don't let him freaking rile you up to get you freaking put down. That you got to storm out, have temper tantrums at the end of the day. But Eric was working on her nerves, and he was working on my nerves this episode too. Working on my nerves. Like when he said, "Oh, this how I feel. This how this thing's going to be." Now, if you don't like it, you could get up and you could walk and you could leave it. I would say you said nothing but a word. I'm out of here. You didn't say nothing but a word. If you said that, I would say I would have been out of here. I was Virginia. I said word. You damn me. I was waiting to get out of here. You said you gave me the green light. You could go. You could go. I could go. You gave me the green light, and I'm out of here. You ain't say nothing but a word, Eric. Leave it alone because he is a controlling freak. And he don't seize that. And then he was trying to make the analogy of Rocky, how Rocky, just like Virginia, and he wanted to tame or at least train Rocky to act a certain way because Rocky's a playful dog. So when he plays for dog, he jumps on people and all like that. And he's trying not. I'm trying to make him not to do that. I'm trying not to make it like you trying to change a dog behavior because your dog is very laid back and everything else like that. It's not perfect, but I'm trying to show Rocky, Virginia's dog, this way. And just how you try to control Virginia a little bit, you try to change her to the point that she can be the person that she wants to be. Yes, she has some things that she got to work on, but to what extent? How much is communication? How much can she not go out? How much can she need to do? What can she not and what can she do? You got all these stipulations, but where's the compromise here? What is it? It seems like you want it your way, and if it does not your way, you flips out. And I see it's a pattern that Eric doing that, and it's getting me annoyed with him with that, all that stuff. So, more from there. Ryan and Clara had this idea to do a tantric yoga where you do yoga and you're connecting bodies and trying to have that flow, the energy, and trying to build something up. Basically, it wasn't working for Ryan. He liked the idea of yoga or something like that, but he didn't think that furthers the connection with her and with him and Clara in the aspect of sexual tensions and sexual energy. And I said, you're a boring little guy. You're boring, and I can't. And you could tell she's sexually frustrated. But girl, at this point, you know who Ryan is. It's either you go accept it or move forward. I grant it, and I do believe because you doing sexual acts and whatnot. Why are we doing that? But you can't take it to the next step. You can't get the full intercourse if you go do that. Don't do that if you go lead her on and not do the other stuff. And you say building trust, get to know each other. And so if you want to do that, don't have any sexual activities. That including face in the place. Face in the place. Don't do that. If you don't want to do that, no face in the place, no other stuff. Just hugging and kissing until y'all both realize y'all can take it further. Because don't do this. Don't have her do this. And a part of me is Clara because she mentioned something now we all probably thought. It's like, yes, you sexually frustrated because you are pleasing him. That's when he's so laid back and go good and everything and say, I want to give him nothing. You doing this every day instead of releasing him and you not getting released? Listen, a woman who is sexually frustrated, she will act up. She will act up. And the fact that she hold this in and exploded at the end when her girls said, we doing this, and this is this, I don't know what is going on, I don't understand this, and all that stuff like that. And then Ryan was trying to say, train with Amika and get the trust and all that stuff. All this big old trust, he said, oh, well, I wear this trust is sexy shirt, you know it's good. I said, God, you controlling it. Just like Eric. Eric is controlled in one kind of like a manipulating way. You control in manipulation as well, to the point that you want the thing happen so slow and so in a slow pace. Granted, it's nothing wrong taking it slow due to circumstances y'all in. But don't engage in some things if you're not willing to move forward. That's the point of it. And the fact that she mentioned in the last thing that she was getting you off, and she's not getting a return. and you want this butterflies and rainbows, or she just want the sex. It's like, give it to her or shut up. Or Clara, stop. Stop. Because you are freaking going insane trying to get something from this guy. And he knows this. And then gonna try to come with a group of guys, act like he's all perfect, like he has all the answers. He giving all this advice, giving all this stuff. I said, Ryan, stop it. Stop it. Vincent was sitting there acting like he got all the answers. Ryan act like he's sitting there, he got all the answers. I mean, they all going back and forth. But can y'all practice what y'all preaching? Yes, Vincent and Brianna have the good relationship so far. I do believe they work well. But compared to next week, it's like some things that she's holding in. That's what's like they never really discussed. That's why I feel like all these couples is scratching the surface. They're not going deep enough. Go deep enough about the children. Go deep enough about how to live a situation. Go deep enough about all this stuff so you can understand and make the perfect decision. If you're going about this, all these butterflies and rainbows and all that stuff, then y'all always say yes at the decision day. And not having to understand it, and then y'all go and get biting the ass when stuff happen and y'all realize this is, oh, wow, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know she really thought this. I didn't know he really thought that. So, Ryan, come on now. You're doing the most. And I could feel for Clara, but at the same time, Clara, you brought this on yourself. Don't get him head. Don't keep getting and releasing him if he's not going to return the favor. If he's not putting a face to the place or something like that, not giving orgasms, it seems like he's not doing that. So stop it. Stop it completely. And see how much self-control he would have if you not keep releasing him every night. That's the problem. That's what you was doing. You such a frustrated because you're doing him, releasing him, and he's not releasing you. Girl, stop it. Put a stop to what you're doing. Then he probably would start, oh, why are you stopping now? No. You started now? No, I stopped it because you're not going further. You wanted me to continue releasing you. You need to release me in some way, shape, or form. To keep it simple, Clara. That's all you have to do. And Jacob Haley, I started to believe that I don't know, maybe Jacob's not into, because he checked out. He checked out so fast, all that stuff like that. It does seem in this episode that he's really not talkative. He's really not communicating at all. She tried to talk about her trips, talk about things, trying to get him to ask him questions, and he keeps his answers so short. Yeah, this. I said that would be annoying. If I'm having a conversation with you, you need to give me more than the simple word answers. That simple word answers is not. It's like, come on. If I ask you a yes or no question, if I'm asking you something, I want you to clarify. I want you to elaborate. I want to get to know you. Don't keep it short. And that's it. And I think he's disconnecting or disinterested. I mean, he's not completely uninterested in Haley. I think he's disinterested because I think it's because he still don't know the real truth or deal or why she really pulling back from him. And until he gets that, then he will move forward. But at the same end of the day, Jacob, you need to start stepping up as well. I mean, she's trying to the extent to try and make it work. But if you go give her this stuff, she can't move forward with you either. If you go get shorthanded with your questions and not even ask the questions, don't seem like you're interested in any conversation y'all even having. So what's the point? What y'all doing? What you there for? What you want? What you want out of this? If you want her to be open up and be comfortable with you, you got to give some more stuff. You do have to get more. You got to, because you sitting there. Most of the conversation y'all have, I see her doing the most of the talking, and you basically not saying much. You say, "Oh yeah," being short, and that would irks my nerve as well. That would really irks my nerve. It's like that because I've heard someone like texting and so it freaks me out when they give shorthanded, but when in person, it's a different story. So I know some people might not be good with a phone person, but when you have this person face to face and they're trying to have the interaction, at least step up and try. But you is being very short-handed with your conversation. You change the subject. You does do that a lot when you don't want to go there with the conversation. You change the subject, and I see that. I do see the frustration in that, and that is frustrating me as well. So, Married at First Sight, y'all, they need to give us something. It seems like next week will be giving us the truth or deeper feelings when they sit down with the counselor one-on-one without the partner and give us the real tea within itself, and then they had to show their truth to the partners. I want to see that because that's something I'm looking forward to because this episode was boring to me and it was not all that interesting. All right. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. Tell me how you feel about this couple so far. And I'll talk to y'all later, all right? Peace.